I'm surprised you're asking that. Nuka-Cola is the #1 drink of choice across America. It's difficult to find someone who doesn't like it. Are you not fond of Nuka-Cola? Ha! I knew my intuition was right. My gut told me you could be trusted, and perhaps this is why. We just may be kindred spirits, you and I. I'm surprised you're asking that. Nuka-Cola is the #1 drink of choice across America. It's difficult to find someone who doesn't like it. Are you not fond of Nuka-Cola? No, I'm not addicted. I'm no more an addict than the people who enjoyed a cup of... I try to restrict myself to only one a day. No, I'm not. I originally came here on the job. After the bombs, I started wandering. Yes, I originally came here on a case. I suppose none of it matters now. After the bombs fell, my job... Well, that is a rather large topic. I must admit, I rather enjoyed my work. My time at the company raised my appreciation of the brand, and I realized something. Nuka-Cola created more than drinks. Remembering the smiles, Yes! Incredible efforts were made to create a wonderful place for people to enjoy. Oh, you should have seen Nuka World in its prime. On a hot summer day in the park, even the most hardened bruiser couldn't help but smile. Sure. No offense, but I believe it's best to keep personal. I used to have a house in the capital. Must be long gone now. To be honest, I spent little time there. I'm sure. I went where I was needed, inspecting factories and offices across the country. I practically lived on the road, and that left little personal time. Of course. Ah, my favorite topic. What's on your mind? Fascinating. I had heard the company had a storage facility in the area. What a find! Perhaps I'll visit it sometime. Really? A part of my investigation was to track down those plans. They were exclusive, and just how did you gain access to this? Intriguing. TNT Dome number 3 was the only locker that belonged to Nuka-Cola as far as I knew. I suspect an employee embezzled funds to purchase this locker and then used it to hide valuable and confidential items. In fact, I'm almost certain. In any case, I believe this information wraps up that particular mystery. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, if only there was such a Nuka twist to this plot. Oh, I truly thank you for the laugh and providing me closure. I honestly could not have done this without you, friend. Having a cold case over me, it really dampened my spirits. This case wouldn't have been anything out of the ordinary if the world didn't end, but the fact is, you saw, for what it's worth, you would have been a great Nuka-Cola security officer. Solving crimes and helping people? Oh yes, I visited it before coming here. It was a... And this has something to do with Nuka-Cola? A fascinating tale, I'm sure. Well, that certainly would not fall within Nuka-Cola's safety standards, but I must admit, it is an ingenious way to mass-produce a vaccine. And this has something to do with Nuka-Cola? A fascinating tale, I'm sure. Do go on. Ugh, disgusting. I feel like I know you well enough to judge that you're not a complete psychopath. Can I assume you had a good reason for this act? Very impressive. Using Nuka-Cola facilities to manufacture and distribute a vaccine shows incredible ingenuity and resourcefulness. Still, under different circumstances, I don't believe your product would have proven... Nuka-Shine? Well, that's certainly not an official Nuka-Cola. University students had their hands in that? Nuka-Cola was, of course, aware of people's fondness for mixing their product with alcohol. But frankly, this sounds problematic. Not to mention trademark infringement. Back in the day, I would have shut the whole operation down. Wherever did you discover this? I can't... A speakeasy and a tattoo parlor? How curious. And a robo-brain made for... Maybe in the future I'll run into this Biv. I'm curious what kind of information I could pull from it. But then again, I'm no longer employed. Interesting. Never underestimate students. I'm sure this Lewis would have been a brilliant chemist at Nuka-Cola had things turned out differently. Assuming the company didn't bury him in piles and piles of lawsuits, that is. I'm going to pretend you didn't tell me this. I want nothing to do with your unlicensed Nuka-Cola contraband. Nuka-Cola Dark satisfies me. By all means, what's on your mind? Sure. I suppose you should get to know me if we're to be sharing a space together. No offense, but I believe it's best to keep personal matters separated from business. I hope you understand, partner. Of course. I'm sure you will.